What if I told you there's a planet where a single day lasts longer than an entire year, that some animals can freeze solid and come back to life, and that your body produces enough electricity to power a light bulb? It sounds fake, like something made up for clicks. But every fact in this video is real, and the deeper you go, the more reality starts to feel like fiction. Let's get into it. On the planet Venus, time doesn't work the way you expect. A single rotation takes 243 Earth days, while a full orbit around the Sun takes only 225 days. That means a day literally lasts longer than a year. Even stranger? Venus spins backwards, so the Sun would rise in the west and set in the east. Imagine watching a sunrise that takes weeks to fully appear, on a planet hot enough to melt metal. The octopus is one of the smartest creatures in the ocean, but its body is just as strange as its mind. It has 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills, 1 pumps blood to the body, and when it swims, that main heart actually stops beating. And when it swims, its main heart actually stops beating, which is why octopuses prefer crawling instead of swimming. Because swimming literally exhausts them, 3 hearts, and still avoiding cardio. Your body isn't just biological, it's electrical. Every thought, every movement, every heartbeat is controlled by tiny electrical signals. Your brain sends impulses through neurons at speeds up to 250 miles per hour. And your heart? It beats because of an electrical rhythm generated inside your body. In fact, the human body produces enough electrical energy to power a small light bulb. You're basically a living circuit. Every thought, every movement, is powered by tiny bursts of electricity. Did you know that the wombat produces cube-shaped poop? Not round, not oval. Perfect cubes. This happens because different parts of its intestines stretch differently, shaping the poop into cubes. And it's not random. It's useful. The shape keeps it from rolling away, helping wombats mark their territory more effectively. Botanically, the banana is classified as a true berry. It develops from a single flower with 1 ovary and has a soft, fleshy pericarp containing seeds. They meet all technical requirements for a berry, meeting the scientific definition perfectly. So yes, one of the most normal foods you eat is actually classified as a berry. Shocking, I know. And this is where science gets really confusing. The strawberry is not a berry. Those tiny seeds on the outside, each one is actually its own individual fruit. Botanically, strawberries are not berries because they form from a flower with multiple ovaries rather than 1, and their seeds are on the outside. True berries, like bananas and tomatoes, develop from a single ovary and have seeds inside, while strawberries are classified as aggregate accessory fruits. So bananas made the list, strawberries didn't. Science doesn't always match intuition. Did you know that the Turritopsis dohrnii jellyfish can reverse its aging process to avoid death? Wild, I know. They are a tiny marine species found worldwide in warm temperate waters. And due to their potential for infinite life, they are heavily researched for insights into cellular regeneration and human anti-aging medicine. When threatened, starved, or physically damaged, the jellyfish transforms its cells back into an earlier form. It transforms from a medusa into a blob-like cyst, which then grows into a new, genetically identical polyp colony. Scientists call this transdifferentiation. It's essentially a biological reset button. In theory, it could do this indefinitely, making it biologically immortal. The only thing that usually kills it is being eaten by predators. On Mars, sunsets appear blue to human observers because fine iron-rich dust in the thin Martian atmosphere scatters blue light forward more efficiently than red light. During sunset, the area directly around the sun glows with a cool blue hue, while the surrounding sky can appear yellowish or reddish. And while the daytime sky is butterscotch or reddish, the blue glow is most intense near the sun, which is the opposite of Earth's red-orange sunsets. So instead of warm tones at sunset, you'd see a cold, eerie blue glow, a sunset that feels completely alien. The Eiffel Tower isn't a fixed structure. It expands in the heat. It grows up to 7 inches taller during the summer due to thermal expansion, a phenomenon where the iron structure expands in high temperatures. When the sun hits one side, it can cause the tower to tilt slightly away from the sun by several centimeters. This expansion is normal, considered in the original design by Gustave Eiffel, and does not affect the tower's safety. In winter, the tower shrinks back to its original size. So one of the most famous landmarks in the world is constantly shifting. The Greenland shark can live up to 400 to 500 years. That's mind-blowing. They grow slowly, only about 1 centimeter per year, move slowly, and age incredibly slowly. They are huge, growing to 23 feet in length, similar to great white sharks, and are found in the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans at depths up to 2,000 meters or more. Some Greenland sharks alive today were born before modern nations even existed. Imagine that. Living history. Still swimming. Honey can last thousands of years without going bad. Its low moisture and natural acidity make it nearly impossible for bacteria to survive. Jars found in ancient tombs have been discovered still preserved. It's one of the only foods on Earth that can essentially last forever. If honey crystallizes or becomes solid, it is still perfectly safe to eat and can be gently warmed to turn back into a liquid. A jar of honey being sealed properly is key to its survival. If left open in a humid environment, it will spoil. Honey can suck moisture from the environment, which leaves it vulnerable to bacteria. So as long as honey is sealed up with no added water to it, it will have a very long and useful shelf life. The blue whale has a heart weighing around 400 pounds. Its heartbeat can travel for miles underwater. It's less like a heartbeat and more like a deep, echoing pulse. It is the largest in the animal kingdom, weighing around 400 to over 1,300 pounds and measuring about 5 feet long. Its heart rate is very slow, beating only 2 to 10 times per minute during deep dives to conserve oxygen, and 25 to 37 beats per minute at the surface. The aorta is so large that a human could theoretically crawl through it. This massive organ is essential for propelling blood through a body that can reach 100 feet in length and weigh up to 200 tons, the largest animal known to have ever lived. The koala has fingerprints almost identical to humans. They're so similar that they can confuse forensic analysis. They are the only non-primate species with fingerprints that closely resemble human prints. While similar in pattern, they can be distinguished, as koalas have 2 thumbs and unique clawed paw structures compared to human hands. Out of all animals, that's one of the last you'd expect. A single cumulus cloud can weigh more than 1 million pounds. They float because the air around them is denser, not because they're light. They don't fall from the sky because warm air currents rising from the ground push the cloud upward, keeping it aloft. The cloud only falls when the droplets of water combine and become too heavy, at which point they fall as rain. Fun facts about clouds. 1 million pounds is about the same weight as 100 elephants or a large, fully loaded commercial airplane. A single cumulus cloud weighs approximately as much as 5 adult blue whales. So above you right now could be something heavier than 100 cars combined. Lightning reaches temperatures of about 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, which is around 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. But the sun's core is much hotter than lightning. It heats the air so fast that it creates plasma, the same state of matter found in stars. That explosive heat is what creates thunder. For a brief moment, the air becomes hotter than almost anything on Earth. Certain aquatic turtles can breathe through their butts, a process known as cloacal respiration. It sounds absurd, but it's incredibly effective for survival. During winter hibernation underwater, they use their cloaca, an opening for waste and mating, to absorb oxygen from water. This allows them to survive submerged for months without breathing air, as their metabolism is extremely low. It is a critical survival mechanism during winter, allowing turtles to stay submerged under ice without drowning or suffocating when they cannot reach the surface. Many freshwater turtles use this, with the Australian Fitzroy river turtle being a notable example, often relying entirely on this method for long periods. The wood frog can survive being frozen solid for months, with up to 70% of its body water turning into ice. Its heart stops. Its body turns to ice. But before freezing, it floods its system with glucose and urea, acting like natural antifreeze, preventing fatal cellular ice crystal formation. For up to 8 months, they are in a state of clinical death. When it thaws, it comes back to life. It's one of the closest things to real-life pause and play in nature. The moon isn't silent. It has moonquakes, which were first detected by Apollo mission seismometers between 1969 and 1977. Unlike Earth, these quakes are caused by tidal forces between the Earth and Moon, thermal expansion, and the shrinking of the Moon's interior as it cools. While earthquakes usually last less than a minute, moonquakes can last for up to an hour because the lunar crust is dry and rigid. Most are mild, but shallow moonquakes can reach up to 5.5 on the seismic magnitude scale. They are particularly concentrated near the lunar South Pole area. Even something that looks completely still isn't. The human stomach contains hydrochloric acid, strong enough to break down metal under the right conditions. It's powerful enough to dissolve razor blades, though obviously, that's not something to test. That same acid allows your body to digest food and kill harmful bacteria. While it can corrode metals via oxidation, it cannot dissolve all types, such as stainless steel or gold. It is a slow, oxidative process of corrosion and rusting, rather than instantaneous melting, and large metal objects may not fully dissolve before passing. The stomach lining is protected from its own acid by a thick, constantly renewed layer of mucus and bicarbonate, which prevents the acid from digesting the stomach itself. Your body is literally built to handle extreme chemistry. Ingesting metal is extremely dangerous and can cause severe damage. The ability to corrode metal does not make it safe to consume. Scientists estimate around 3 trillion trees on Earth. That's roughly 422 trees for every person on Earth. The Milky Way is estimated to have about 100 to 400 billion stars. That means there are more trees on Earth than stars in our galaxy. Let that sink in. Scientists also note that the total tree population has dropped by nearly 46% since human civilization. That's a lot. They estimate that humans are cutting down approximately 15 billion trees per year. Fun fact, Russia has the highest number of trees, and the United States contains roughly 228 billion trees. So those were 20 facts that sound fake, but are completely real. And the truth is, reality doesn't need exaggeration. It's already unbelievable. If this video surprised you, drop a comment with the fact that shocked you the most. And if you want more mind-blowing, real-world facts, hit subscribe. See you in the next video.